Hi everyone, so I have been watching this come off Capitol Hill for the last 30 minutes and it just doesn't stop. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people on this Earth Day for the March of Science, which is really going on all across the country, but I thought I would share this with you. I know I zoomed in just a little too close there and it's kind of shaky, so I apologize for that, but zoom out and you can see here, it's unbelievable the amount of people that are coming down Pine and just marching along, and you can kind of hear the people and some of the posters. I know I couldn't zoom in very close, but some of the posters there just talking about science and climate change and the current administration. See, it's just marching down there. This is the corner of 8th and Pine. That's the Washington State Convention Center right there. So if you're familiar with the area, there's the Grand Hyatt. And the people just stretching all the way along Pine. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. There's the Paramount Theater. And it just goes on and on and on. Just giving you kind of a heads up of what's going on here. I would stay away from Bourne and Pine if you are watching locally and you're familiar with where that is. You can see all of these people. So it's Earth Day, and if you're just watching, this is the March for Science in downtown Seattle. And I'm just looking at some of your comments here, and just people talking about how this is awesome and this is great, and this is cool, and wish I was there. And it doesn't seem like it's too late if you want to participate in this in downtown Seattle. But looking all the way up high, I mean, I'm telling you what. Being here for the past half hour, thousands and thousands of people are here. A lot of people just talking about the different comments here. A lot of people talking about how science matters, standing up for science and our Earth. People just have a really universal message. I think that's what people are just trying to come across, and the amount of people is just really astonishing. We had an amazing amount for the Women's March not too long ago, and I couldn't compare the crowds, but obviously the Women's March was massive. This is incredibly big. I'll zoom in just a bit closer there. So that's the intersection of Pine and Boren. So obviously traffic, you can see cars just turning around, which is kind of amazing to me. Is the first few cars that are up there right at the intersection, they've just stayed there the entire time. They haven't even turned around, so they're certainly enthused to see what is going on here in downtown Seattle. I assume, and again, this is just all under assumption, that this is stretching all the way down to Westlake, going past Pine up to Westlake. Not sure if people are disbanding from Westlake or just going all the way down to the market. And if you are watching us not in Seattle and not familiar with this area, we're about 8 to 9 blocks up from the market. So if you're familiar with Pike Place Market and you're familiar with Pine and Pike, that corridor, we're about 9 blocks up from that. This is easily stretching blocks and blocks and blocks, and basically what you see in the distance is Capitol Hill, which is a neighborhood in Seattle, and Pine is a major corridor through the city. And it is just unbelievable the amount of people that are coming off of Pine, and that first intersection up there is Melrose. So of course it's Earth Day, and people are coming together really all across the planet. This is not just a Seattle thing. You know, some people are chiming in and saying, you know, Seattle, this is what we are, this is what we do. We're certainly vocal about what we feel like in Seattle. I'm sure you'd all agree with that, but this is not just a Seattle thing. It's happening all across the earth. There are March for Science is really all across every major city is having one. So, like I said, I've been out here for the past half hour, and thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people have been coming off of Pine. But I want you to look, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit closer here. Do you see there's an end in sight? I wouldn't even know how many people were, but I'm going to go ahead and say thousands, plural, of people. I know that our newsroom is all over it, and we'll have the latest on Como News coming up at 4 o'clock. But you can see there that there is an end in sight where it looks like traffic will kind of roll along a little bit smoother in downtown. But if I take you down here, you can see there are just an unbelievable amount of people just marching down. There's the end of the march, right there. So, I know it's a little shaky and I apologize for that, but Pine and Melrose is that intersection up there. And it looks like traffic is finally getting a little bit better, but amazing how many people have come out pretty much from all across Western Washington for the March for Science. Really, people of all ages carrying signs. You can zoom just a little bit closer here. You can see that one. It says power. There are people braving the chill, the rain, people of all ages, from babies and strollers to seniors, everyone in between, all coming through. And it looks like SPD making sure everyone is okay, everything rolling along safely. And you can see there that traffic is finally going to get through that intersection. All right, so stay with Como News, and we'll have the latest on the news tonight on Seattle's march, and really the March for Science all across the world. No matter how you celebrate, have a great Earth Day.